contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, hailing from Puerto Rico, Greece, weighing in at 231 pounds, the Greek of Papadon.
The 24-year veteran, the Greek god Papadon. The alpha and omega of professional wrestling, the former United States Liberty champion. Papadon will be in action against one of the brightest young stars here in VCW. I am Jason Heat, alongside Brandon Metheny. This is Tidings of Destruction.
Each and every one of you legitimate wrestling fans to be silent! I said silence! Diabetes, introduce me correctly, please. Introducing from Corinthos, Greece, the greatest wrestler alive today, the Greek god, Papadon.
Papadon may be many things. He is no fan of pizza. As you can hear by his distaste for the chance of Little Caesars that seem to follow him around here. Again, just not a pizza guy.
Introducing his opponent, hailing from Washington, D.C., weighing at 150 pounds, he is the picture-perfect assassin, the sharpest blade, Chris Slade!
Chris Slade is a newcomer who has made an incredible impression in a short time here in VCW. He's really captured the attention of the fans, has proven to be daring, high risk, high intensity. Chris Slade is coming off of 2 consecutive losses to Dirty Money. Now in going up against another member of the veteran guard here at VCW in the Greek god Papadon, that has been a standout competitor even without a signature win. With all that in mind, earlier today Chris Slade told me that, and this isn't official, it's just in his own head, but he is really here to see if he belongs. He's 0-2 in his career here in VCW, and Chris Slade said that if he feels like if he can't win this match, if he can't beat Papadon, maybe he doesn't belong here in VCW. So a lot of pressure this young man is putting on himself in this match as we see him kiss that Wakizashi blade that he has named one of his signature strikes after Chris Slade treats professional wrestling as a martial art and also a religious practice.
So I'm going to say, Jason, putting those stakes on yourself, saying that you feel like you failed, and having that against Papadon, a former Liberty champion, one of the real stalwarts of VCW, That's a high bar Chris Slade has set for himself. But you know what? Given how his 2 matches against Dirty Money went, even though he came up short, I think he's capable. I am very excited for this match.
Pressure will either crack you or turn you into a diamond. Chris Slade says he is the sharpest blade. One has to imagine he thinks that pressure is going to turn him into a diamond-tipped weapon.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is something. I am not surprised Chris Slade put that pressure on himself against someone like Papadon. He thrives in those tough-to-reach moments, those higher expectations. This is what he looks for, and it behooves Papadon to get in there and lock up with him, because any distance for Chris Slade is danger.
You've known Papadon for a long time. Do you know what it is he has against pizza?
I don't. I assume it's because he doesn't eat carbs. Or maybe it's because it's not sufficiently Greek. Maybe it's something that, according to him, the Italians took from the Greeks. I don't know. I don't have that much conversation with him, or I try not to. He just kind of yells at me.
He does tend to rant. Taking control of Chris Slade, knowing that the best way to victory against Chris Slade is to ground this young man.
Absolutely. This is great strategy for Papadon. The more he can stay in contact with Chris Slade, the better he's going to be.
Slade has such speed, such quickness, rolling out of the way right now, but Papadon with the experience advantage.
The thing with Chris Slade, Jason, and very impressive head scissors over there, and Papadon taking a breather on the outside. And that was actually a perfect example of the point I wanted to make. Everything with Chris Slade, it's not just that he's fast or quick, everything is so fluid. There's no wasted motion, there's no pause between maneuvers, everything just goes one to the next, and it's just so impressive to see.
Crisp, clean offense, very calculated, great precision there.
Oh my goodness, and he landed on his feet!
The balance of Chris Slade is astounding. They talk about educated feet. This man, he's got PhDs in the soles of his boots.
And I don't know that Papadon has ever faced someone like Chris Slade. I don't even know if he knows what to do with this situation.
Is there anyone like Chris Slade? He has distinguished himself as one of the most unique competitors in VCW in only his 3rd appearance here on the roster.
I will say I have been around VCW for over 15 years. I have never seen someone with as unique a style of offense and the skill to pull it off like Chris Slade, but sometimes you're a wily veteran and it pays off. Brilliant move by Papadon. Gotta give it to him.
Trapping Slade in the ring apron, and of course, the thing about this kind of stick and move striking offense is you have to be able to see to use it. Blinding Slade underneath there and just taking a lot of free shots was Papadon.
Absolutely, and you gotta believe Slade was disoriented under there and just gave Papadon a real chance to grab control of this match. And now Slade trying to cover up from those shots just raining down on his face.
The self-proclaimed greatest professional wrestler, alpha and omega of wrestling. Considers himself the governor of Real Town. Likes to keep it real.
Did he tell you that?
He did.
Okay. I will have to find out more details about that later.
Now Slade fighting from underneath.
And Papadon very smart to not let Slade get that distance and hit him with that back suplex like that and keep Slade grounded and close by.
Only 2 for Papadon. Papadon does not lack in confidence.
And let's be honest here, Jason. I don't think it's controversial to say Papadon is more powerful than Chris Slade.
Absolutely.
And so this is what is best for him, is to keep Slade grounded and keep Slade worn down. And these are the things that play to Papadon's advantages in this match.
Grinding down Slade, keeping Slade on the mat, not allowing Slade to use his speed to the advantage.
And Papadon with some impressive maneuvers of his own there.
Great cover there.
Wow, that was close.
Last possible second, forcing the break.
That was a very difficult cover to kick out of. Papadon's entire weight on Chris Slade's chest there. And his legs up in the air. Very, very difficult to kick out of.
wrestling so ingrained into Papadon's identity, says that the Greeks invented wrestling, sort of takes personal credit for all of that himself.
I will say, he is correct. Greeks did invent wrestling. Whether Papadon did, I don't know.
No, there's a lot of bold claims coming out of Papadon.
But I think he's making the ancient Olympians proud right now. This is a time-tested maneuver to wear down your opponent.
Very world-traveled. Papadon has seen it all, and yet again, pulling Slade back to him, but this time Slade remembered Sling Blade!
And very impressive by Slade, just that fast to pick up on that and figure out a way out of the same maneuver that grounded him before. Very, very smart by this young man, and it's really anyone's fight right now.
The picture-perfect assassin getting some space. As you mentioned before, this is when Slade is most dangerous.
A wild swing by Papadon there, not what he needs to be doing right now. Baiting
Papadon into a strike exchange, and taking the better of that is Chris Slade.
Did you hear that thud, Jason? Holy cow!
Slade able to come from every angle. You cannot prepare for a Slade strike, so it works in your best advantage. Just not let Slade even get into position for it. Goodness gracious.
The speed with which he got, that was incredible.
Tried to sort of grasp into a cover there. It was maybe just the time it took to get into position that cost Slade that match. That's how close he was to putting away a former U.S. Liberty champion. We talked earlier, so much pressure on this young man, self-inflicted, saying if he doesn't win this match, he's not sure he belongs here. He's getting closer and closer to it.
He is. We've seen both men very nearly pick up victory. It's now a question of who can rise up. We are in the deep waters here, as they say. It's a question of who can get it.
Slade being forced off. We don't see Papadon hit from the top, but he can do pretty much anything in a wrestling ring. Shoots the half. And even though Papadon couldn't get the three, you saw such smart ring awareness as he flipped Slade's legs away from the ropes while making the cover.
Papadon is a veteran. He knows what he's doing in that ring and knows how to pull off things like that flying forearm we don't see very often, but are very, very effective.
Papadon has so many weapons in the arsenal. He does not bring them all out. Shows now mocking Chris Slade.
That was not a wise decision, I think.
Slade trying to roll Papadon into position.
A beautiful counter there into a backbreaker by Papadon. Whatever Slade was going for, Papadon caught it and flipped it around, and now Slade could be in a lot of trouble. Papadon
looking to put Slade away right now. Far leg hooked. Still going to take a lot more, and it just goes to show how smart and how tough Papadon is that 24 years in, he can still hold against all the newest innovation in offense that these young, flashy, let's put it, more energetic, maybe more cardiovascularly superior athletes are, but Papadon still, he has a counter to all of it.
Look, no matter how fast or how athletic or how agile you are, a punch in the face is a punch in the face. And Papadon is good at that sort of thing, and that's going to take anyone down.
Now with a moment to recharge and recover, and Chris Slade looks ready to level up. And again, Papadon, last time it was with the ring apron, this time with the sliding kick, just has an answer for almost everything Slade is throwing at Papadon.
Look, Papadon is an idiot. He's done his homework. He knows Slade loves to fly to the outside, and he knows what to do to stop that.
You see how seriously Papadon taking Slade, though. Often Papadon's ego maybe sometimes gets in his way, but this time it's clear that Papadon studied the tape and came in ready for Slade.
Absolutely. I mean, he knows what he's doing here, and it's been very impressive to see him pull out some stuff we don't normally see and
caught in midair.
Cutter.
Caught in midair at the last possible moment. And while Papadon got the shoulder up Brandon, it was inches away from the mat that Slade was able to catch him with that cutter.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if the ring was an inch taller, I think this match is over. That was an impressive maneuver and great awareness by the young man Chris Slade out there.
Showcasing the way of the warrior. the sharpest blade immediately back on the apron.
Oh, a kick to the chest and to the head. Slade in a bad way right now.
Papadon caving in. Chris Slade.
Slade may be out. That DDT, I mean, that's all of his weight and Papadon's weight.
And really deep stack with that leg, taking everything that Slade had, but did in fact kick out with authority. And finally, Papadon beginning to maybe lose the plot a little bit.
But Slade's barely moving. Papadon gets on him now. He can easily win this match. That was instinct by Slade. Nothing conscious out of that.
Looking for a pile driver, trying to capitalize on that potential neck injury with that DDT, the compression on the spine and the vertebrae.
Instead, Papadon's spine and vertebrae compressed on that back body drop. Both men fighting their feet. We are deep in it now, folks.
This is a gut check for Chris Slade, looking to get that first win here in VCW.
And face first into that middle turnbuckle. How is Slade still conscious, Jason?
Papadon does not want anyone to make their name off of his.
No, he's proven that right now. I mean, you can say what you want about Papadon having an ego and not taking it seriously. He's taking Slade very seriously right here.
Well deserved. Top rope Spanish fly by Chris Slade. He takes it. It was a can't lose situation.
The winner of the match, Chris Slade!
And he did not lose. Chris Slade not only scoring his first win in VCW, but a statement victory over one of the greatest United States Liberty champions we've ever had. And Papadon still not even moving.
I agree with all that, Jason. That was one of the most astonishing maneuvers I have ever seen. Are you kidding me?
Just when you think you've seen it all, Chris Slade is only just getting started.
Everyone in VCW, every champion, should be watching out for Chris Slade. This is a man with a very, very bright future.
The picture-perfect assassin gets another notch and one in the record books here at VCW.